yeah, yeah. Can I just have my shit back?
My name is Yannick Songca. I'm a rapper or a musician. I do sing a little bit as well. I was born in Cape Town, in South Africa, and I moved to Amsterdam about four years ago now, and I love it here. It's awesome. My hobbies, well, I write music first of all. I'm into like boxing and kickboxing. I'm a kickboxing instructor, a boxing trainer. Yeah, I love cooking. I don't really like shopping, but I like going shopping if I already know what I want to get. Yeah, and just spending time with family and friends. I really enjoy that. My style of music. This is a difficult one because every time when I upload my music onto all these streaming platforms, then yeah, I always struggle to place my music into a certain genre, especially the type of music that I'm doing now. So I always compare to other artists who have done this style of music. So the style of music I do, I compare to like what Kaytronada is doing, what Anderson .Paak is doing, what Mac Miller is doing, that kind of like, bouncy, housey, fun, bubblegum rap kind of, with a serious, I don't know, with the life-driven bubblegum rap. Let's call it that. Let's call it that.
Bitch, give me my shit back. Yeah, I coulda let you have an impact. Yeah, I'm moving on, I ain't coming back. Yeah, but I'm not trying to love again.
I actually have a good story for that one because I remember I think I was 12 or 13 years old, and I was in English class and we had an assignment to write a 5-line limerick. And no, it wasn't a limerick, it was a poem. We had to write a poem for our English class. It was like some creative writing vibe. And I came back and I failed the poem because I ended up writing like a rap verse. It sounded more like a rap verse and it wasn't like spoken word and very like deep or anything. And then the teacher obviously didn't like it because she wasn't used to that kind of like interpretation of what a poem is. But my friends liked it and they asked me to carry on, or they convinced me to carry on rapping, and I started rapping ever since.
Bad vibes got me tripping, so peace out like deuces. I made my movement, so feel my good vibes from a distance. I made my movement, so feel my good vibes from a distance.
Yeah, well, since I'm from Africa, man. Music has always been a part of my life. I remember growing up listening to African jazz music like Oliver Mtukudzi, Jonas Gwangwa, Hugh Masekela, because of my father. Like I remember when we were growing up, the long road trips that we used to take as a family, would always listen to the music my parents listened to, like, so your African jazz. Sometimes there was like old school Barry White, the guys from the 80s and the 70s, Sometimes they'll drop in a bit of Bob Marley as well, So music has always been a thing for me. It's always been something that my family loved, and it's always been something that I've been a part of. I can't tell you when I started getting into music or being interested in music, but it's always been a part of my life for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, my daydreams always make believe. I can't believe I'm in a place only my mind is big. The sun's always up and nobody sleeps. You don't need to know the day.
When I've completed all my goals, what does life look like for me? Well, I think the easiest answer for that is that I want to be rich. I definitely want to be rich. Like, people say that money doesn't buy happiness, but then give me your money, then I'll show you what it can buy for me then, But yeah, I mean, okay, apart from just making money and being rich, I do want to have a family. I do want to have kids. For me, that's the most important thing, is starting a family, having a wife, and living together and just, sharing good moments together, going on holiday trips and vacations. I remember we used to do that a lot with my parents when I was a kid. And my mom, we used to get annoyed with my mom always taking pictures, snapping. And now I'm 31 years old and I'm like, I actually feel, I understand why my mom wanted to take all those pictures in those certain moments, and I actually regret not taking as many pictures as I should have with them. Now I'm living abroad and my family is in Cape Town, so I see them once or twice a year. So it's quite difficult, So I want to make memories, good memories with my future family.
Floating away, follow me there, floating away, follow me there.
If it wasn't for music, what would I be doing now? Man, I think I'd be a full-time kickboxing instructor. That's a really, really hard question because at the moment it actually feels like music is all I have. I would probably would have been a sportsman or something. I played a lot of sports at school. I did rugby, I did cricket, I did football. I was quite good in all of them. If I just focused on one discipline, I think I could have become a sportsman or a sports coach. Yeah, I'll be somewhere in the sports field, coaching sports or playing sports, something like that. But the music just came into my life and it just took over.
My imagination take me places that I can go. My imagination take me places that I can go.
Who's my fashion icon and the best dressed person I know? I don't really have a fashion icon, man. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. I mean, if I need people to dress me up or style me in a video, I always I hire somebody to do that stuff for me because I'm not really good at the fashion stuff. The best dressed person I know, off the top of my head, there are two people. There's a guy I went to high school with. His name is Junaid Buffkins. He dresses really slick, on point. You never see him off form. My brother also dresses up pretty slick, but I don't want him to see this part of the video. But yeah, I think it's between those two guys, my friend from high school and my little brother. They dress up pretty slick.
If you don't feel good, don't panic. Promise it won't last like marriage. You won't sink like the Titanic.
Well, I think I surround myself with guys who are like these hardcore boom bappy kind of rappers that do old school stuff, and they stick to that. So they don't want to venture out into a new genre or a different subgenre of hip hop. And with me, I find that I'm very, not to say that I'm experimental, but I'm willing to try out a lot of different sounds. Trap sounds, the Mac Miller, Anderson .Paak sounds. What's that boom bap I've done? I've done a lot of different. I'm trying to rap on Amapiano beats now. I'm trying to rap on Afro-tech. Just playing with it to see if a song doesn't work out, I don't have to put it out. If it works out, then I put it out. But I think what makes me different is that I'm willing to try out a lot of different things. So you can't really pinpoint exactly what style of rap is coming out next when I'm about to drop something, My biggest musical influences, it's going to depend at what stage in my journey it is or it was. So when I first started out, I was looking up to Eminem. I just tried to make my voice sound like him. I was copying the way he would write rhymes and his style, the way he plays with words, all these kind of things. And then I copied him to a point where I eventually developed my own voice and my own style. And then years later, I think it changed. It's been Eminem, and then Mac Miller came out, and then I started trying out his sounds. That's why I'm still doing the songs like "Bitch, Give Me My Shit Back" and "Imagination" and "Magic." It's because of Mac Miller. I think Mac Miller is the biggest influence for me at the moment, although Eminem did play a pivotal role in me finding my own voice. But Mac Miller today for me has inspired me to make the music that I'm doing today, and nobody else. You know, I'm a weird guy because I'm not normally I'm not inspired by other people's music. It's just weird. It sounds really arrogant of me to say, but I always listen to my own shit and then try to make it better. You know, so I'm like, okay, it sounds like this. Okay, now I'm gonna switch it up. So you find that I have like one or two songs that are quite similar, but they're very different because the chorus is different or the hook is completely different. But yeah, I think, I forgot the question. I just like went on the trail of my thought.
Is there a certain track that you blast on the stereo?
Oh yeah. That was the question. Is there a certain track that I blast on the stereo? Aha. Okay, so what I was trying to say is that I like playing my own music a lot to try to find mistakes and where I can better myself for the next song that I record or the next song that I do. But the song that I'm playing at the moment in the car or wherever on the speakers loud is "Bitch Give Me My Shit Back." Oh, actually, it's called "What Once Was," but Spotify didn't allow me to call it "Bitch Give Me My Shit Back."
Bitch, give me my shit back. Yeah, I coulda let you have an impact. Yeah, I'm moving on, I ain't coming back. Yeah, but I'm not trying to love again. Bitch, give me my shit back. Yeah, I coulda let you have an impact. Yeah, I'm moving on, I ain't coming back. Yeah, but I'm not trying to love again.
So yeah, I play that. There's another song by who's this guy, Baby Keem. It's called "Hooligans." Really, I play that on full blast. I can't play that song soft. It has to be super loud. And then another song by Baby Keem. It's called "Family Ties." Those two songs are the songs I'm bumping really, really loud at the moment.
The sky ain't the limit, it's the moonlight. So find me over there, find me over there. Life give me the shit, all my problems. Find me over there.
He's dead now. Yeah, it would have been Mac Miller, 100%. But if it's not Mac Miller today, okay, it can't be Mac Miller. Man, that's a difficult one. Can I say more than one?
Yeah.
I would say Anderson .Paak, J. Cole. I would say Kendrick, but Kendrick's gonna kill me too hard on the song, so I'm not gonna say Kendrick. J. Cole, Anderson .Paak, and let's pick a singer, a female singer, Keisha Cole. And Keisha Cole.